I'm kind of glad that it's just not raining. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So well done, guys. I'm amazed that made a huge amount of progress. What was the start date? I do have it on the guide, but it's been a few months.
I think it was the first weekend in September, first
Right.
Saturday in September. We thought about it in late August and got going in the first weekend of September.
And I've got your stop date. Was it the date you're aiming for? A deadline is Paddy's Day. You want to try and get to that?
We'd love that to be adopted as a target date. You know, can
Yeah.
we get this reopened by St. Patrick's Day? That would be fantastic.
And from what I see, that's very doable because you've been making great progress. It does seem. I know it's not easy, and I know it's time consuming, but it does seem to be making progress every single week.
Yeah, we've made a lot of progress. I mean, it's hard work, but it's also great fun. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a great bunch of us here, and we've got volunteers have come online and said, how can we help? And they've come up. And so it's pretty clear now from Greystones up to Cliff Manor, up to the beginning of the Bray Head proper, if you like.
Yeah, there is that feeling that I sort of almost forget that this should be open. Like it's been so long, and it seems to be so many kind of it's a hall of mirrors of trying to figure out who exactly is going to do this, like what councillor is involved now, and
Yeah.
this idea that you would actually get together and do something about it, was that a difficult kind of decision? Do you think, well, is this going to be too hard? Are we going to get into trouble?
No, it wasn't a difficult decision, and it was one made out of frustration and despair. In a couple of weeks, we will be up to the 4th anniversary, the length of the time of the Second World War.
Yeah.
This path has been closed, and pretty much nothing has been done about it. And it was that frustration that galvanised us, that galvanised Donal in particular, who's been banging on about this for a long time, way before our group was formed. Trying to get this to be taken seriously by the council. It's an enormous asset to the community in Greystones and Bray for physical health, mental health, tourism, business. We estimate that the cafes and the restaurants and the pubs in Greystones have lost about 2.8 million in the 4 years, just in turnover, just from people having a cup of coffee, pint of beer, a sandwich at the end of the walk. That's a big impact on a small community.
I know the council will say that they've been doing everything they can, and they've been talking to farmers about moving, onto their land and then buying up land and all that. I don't know if you found it to be kind of productive, being engaged, whether it's frustrating because there is a sense that, we can't do this because this hasn't happened yet. And there seems to be a lot of red tape still after 4 years.
I think the sense we have had is that the council is somewhat paralysed at best, and at worst they're just uninterested. I think that's changing, in fairness. I think we've made the case to the council quite, I'd say bluntly, if you like, but forcefully. And I think councillors have very much taken it up. Yes, there is a problem here that will require a long-term solution, a long-term engineering solution, moving parts of the path probably inland, 10, 15 feet or so. But there's a short-term solution as well. And I think for the first time, attending the Municipal District Council meeting a few days ago, I think there's a sense, I've got a sense that the officials are now engaging proactively. And they are looking at solutions rather than just saying, this isn't safe, it's closed, full stop. I think we're beyond that now. Hopefully we're beyond that now.
And initially, or even as time went on, did you get any sense that they were annoyed that you were kind of taken into your own hands, that they were looking bad because of the fact that they could have maybe done something
Not
similar?
Really, no. I mean, They may think that. If they do, I haven't detected that, or I don't think we've detected that.
No.
I think the most thing I think we've all found is this extraordinary public response. Like we meet walkers every Saturday. We're up here. We meet walkers, joggers, many of them from abroad. But the local ones in particular, they're all saying, this is fantastic. At last, somebody's doing something. Thank you so much. How can we help, etc., etc. And that's not to praise us, but it's just to emphasise that we're pushing an open door with the public here.
Yes.
They know the value of this place, and they want it restored. They want it reopened. We think the council is coming round. Politicians have been good in the election. Most of them have said, yes, we agree with you, it should be open. There will be money allocated for this, etc., etc. So, let's have St. Patrick's Day as this notional target date.
Yeah.
It's 4 months away. It's not a huge ask to really get it open again by then.
Now, we'll re-emphasise the petition, which just gives hopefully the council and others an idea of just how loved this is.
Yeah.
As you say, that I don't think anybody would not want this open because it's such a beautiful walk. How optimistic would you be is that this may be settled, in the coming year? Would you dare kind of feel like, oh, they will finally kind of work on this?
I am optimistic because I think
I can edit out all the laughing.
I think we've been winning the argument. I think we've
Right.
been winning the argument. So yes, I am optimistic, and you know, I think what's going to happen is that people themselves will reopen this just
Yeah.
by using it, and that's kind of what's happening. Like
Yeah.
all the barriers on the Greystone side, they're kind of derelict, and people are ignoring them.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think there's the council has a duty from many different angles to sort
Yeah.
this out and to have it sorted out properly.
And I think people will know too, you know, if there's a fire, don't walk towards the fire, you know, just walk around it. So that's pretty much the
Let's
only way
treat
you need
people
to
as
do.
adults. I mean, you look
There
at
you
the wonderful cliff walk in Howth, and it's
Mm.
really, really steep, and there's no fences, no barriers, and a lot of it, and people are
Yeah.
treated as adults. If you walk here, you look after yourself.
But the Howth one isn't as nice though.
Oh no, this is much.